What's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about weird, strange, dumb laws in North Carolina. And let's go ahead and get started. First one I'm going to talk about is this: crimes against nature, which is a felony in North Carolina. So you're probably thinking, what is crimes against nature? You're probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking, having sex with animals, stuff like that. And you would be half correct. It is actually crimes against nature in North Carolina is engaging in sexual activity with mankind or a beast. And you're probably thinking, what the hell is a beast? So North Carolina General Statute 14-177 is crimes against nature. And how it reads is this. Basically, I'll sum it up for you. Having any kind of crimes against nature with mankind or beast. Yes, it says beast. So the next question is this: what is considered crimes against nature for mankind? And that would be oral sex and anal sex. So whether you're receiving it or giving it, that is considered against the law, even if you're married.
Oh boy, married?
And you're probably thinking, how the hell someone can catch me having oral sex in the privacy of my home? Yeah, the chance of that is highly unlikely, but if you leave your windows open or you're out, or something like that, then yeah, I guess it could happen. Or if the cops happen to bust into your house for another reason, whatever that may be, with a search warrant, I'm assuming, I hope, that, they catch you doing this, having oral sex, then it's just another charge they can trump onto you, whatever the case may be. So the next weird, strange law is going to be being taxed on your illegal drugs or spirituous liquor, alcohol. So basically, if you're selling illegal drugs and you get caught, they can hit you with an excise tax. And the general statute for this law is 105-113.107 So basically, if you're selling your illegal drugs or your illegal liquor, your moonshine, whatever the case may be, you're going to get taxed on it if they catch you. Kind of reminds me of the Prohibition days with Al Capone. It's really weird, but hey, the government trying to get you any way they can. So, hey, just be aware that you still can be taxed on your illegal drugs and liquor. And the next one is actually a personal favorite of mine. I used to be a police officer here in Fayetteville, and I always heard it was against the law to steal pine straw, which makes sense if you're stealing pine straw, but it's actually a felony to steal pine straw.
What?
North Carolina General Statute 14-79.1 is largely of pine straw or pine needles. Yes, so if you go on anybody's property and you steal their pine straw, which should be against the law anyway. If you steal anything from anybody, should be against the law. Don't think I'm thinking that's the weird part. But the fact that this is a felony is very strange. I've charged people who've walked into stores and stole $2 of whatever, a piece of bubble gum or whatever, and they were charged with a misdemeanor. Walked into a store, stole from Walmart, for example. But go on somebody's property and now you steal their pine straw. Well, now it's a felony. Very strange. Don't know how this law came about. I'm thinking just my own opinion. Back in the days, some poor person stole pine straw from some rich person's property and this law was invented. Have no idea how it came about. The next law I'll talk about is the Good Samaritan law if someone is overdosing. This is General Statute 90-12.7, the Good Samaritan law, also called treatment of overdose with opiates. So basically what this law is saying is this: that if someone is overdosing, whether it be them and they call 911, or if you're their buddy and you see them overdose, or you just happen to be walking by in a parking lot and someone's overdosing, and you call 911, that person who's overdosing will not be charged for any small amount of drugs they have on them. So of course, if they're shooting up heroin into their bodies and there's a needle there and a little bit of heroin left over and they're overdosing, and the cops and fire medics and all everyone shows up, then that person cannot be charged because whoever called the police, whether it be them overdosing or a friend or just a passerby, they will not get in trouble for that because we're trying to save their life, which I'm in all favor for. I don't want anybody to die from an overdose or die from anything, but that's just weird. I think you should be charged for your drugs, but whatever. I don't write the laws. So, see someone overdosing, don't worry, they won't get in trouble if you call the police on them because they won't be charged for their small amount of drugs. I don't know what they consider a large amount of drugs, maybe a pound, half a pound, I don't know, 2 ounces, 3 ounces, whatever the case may be. But the Good Samaritan law will cover cover them, that they won't be charged. The next law I talk about is going to be driving while impaired, and that is General Statute 20-138.1. This is about, can you be charged with driving while impaired on a horse or a golf cart or an ATV, four-wheeler, bicycle? And the question is yes and no. Or, I'm sorry, the answer is yes or no. Yes and no.
Yes or no?
So according to General Statute 20-04.01, a motor vehicle is something that is propelled in North Carolina. The statute reads, every vehicle which is self-propelled and every vehicle designed to run upon the highway which is pulled by a self-propelled vehicle is considered a vehicle in North Carolina. So can you be charged with DWI on a horse? And the answer is no, you cannot. It's not considered a self-propelled vehicle. It's a horse, so it's an animal that is not self-propelled. Can you be charged with DWI on a golf cart? According to general statute, no, you cannot, because it does not exceed a certain speed. It was hard to find some of these answers, so I did my best research I could, and being a former police officer, retired police officer, I never seen anybody get charged with a DWI on a horse, golf cart. I have seen it on a moped, and I've not seen it on an ATV. Not saying it can't be done. According to the general statute, an ATV, four-wheeler, whatever you want to call it, is considered a self-propelled motor vehicle, and you can be charged with it. So it's a gray area. I wish I had more answers for you, but I do not. So be cautious out there. Definitely, I wouldn't say drink and drive or drink and drive your four-wheeler, bike, whatever. Especially if you're too intoxicated, definitely, don't get yourself hurt or anybody else. So, use common sense when you're doing that. But just be prepared if you don't think you're drunk, you could or could not be charged with this stuff. It does say horse, you cannot be charged. It doesn't say anything about a donkey or a mule.
Donkey!
ATV, yes, you could. Ride lawnmower, says no, but, you just never know. The next law I talk about is going to be breaking and entering in North Carolina. So General Statute 14-54 says breaking or entering into a home is a misdemeanor. Yes, I said it's a misdemeanor, not a felony, under certain circumstances. So if you break into a home and your intentions are to steal something, then now it becomes a felony. If you go and break into a home and you are going to terrorize somebody or rob them in their present, then now it's a felony. But let's go back to the reason why I think this is a dumb law. So 14-54 says it could be a misdemeanor. Someone breaks into your home and, their intentions were not to steal anything or to terrorize you. They just broke in your home for fun. They could be charged with a misdemeanor. I think this is strange, weird, dumb. How are you supposed to prove that their intent was not to steal anything or to terrorize you? I think it should be a felony either way. To me, this is your castle. This is your, this is where you feel safe at. Everybody feels safe in their home. That's where they feel the most safe at. At least that's where I feel the most safe at, because I have a locked door, locked windows, and if you come to my house, we got problems. So weird, strange, dumb law. I think it should be all felonies. But again, I don't write the laws. So there you go with that. So the next general statute I talk about is going to be breaking and entering into a motor vehicle. General Statute 14-56. And this could be a misdemeanor. So how it reads is this. If you break into a vehicle, a boat, a railroad train, boxcar, an airboat, an airplane, and your intentions are to not commit a felony or larceny within that place, this could be considered a misdemeanor. Again, strange. I think if you break into anything, and just like the law earlier with breaking into a house, if you break into a car or airboat, airplane, Batmobile, Batplane, whatever, it should be a felony, in my opinion.
Who made this decision?
I guess you have to prove that they were going to commit a felony or larceny within. If they're just walking by and they bust out the window for fun, then that is damage of property. I guess you could charge them with both. If you want to, it's kind of stacking charges, but hey, whatever. But if you break into a car, I think if you're truly breaking into a car, I think your intentions are to commit a felony or larceny within. You're not breaking into for fun. So weird, strange law should be, in my opinion, a felony across the board. Next strange law is this. You cannot be fully nude at a strip club, obviously the stripper, and serve alcohol there in North Carolina. I have no idea why this law came about. I've looked it up myself, trying to figure out why it would make a difference if they're fully nude, the stripper, not you. If you're a patron, that's a different thing in itself. But if you're fully nude and the business serves alcohol, it is not allowed. I don't know why. So the next strange law in North Carolina is fornication and adultery, which is General Statute 14-184. And how it reads is this. If any man and woman not being married to each other shall lewdly and lasciviously associate, bed, and cohabitate together, they shall be guilty of a Class 2 misdemeanor, provided that the admission or confession of one shall not be received in evidence against the other. What that basically means is this. For example, is you and your girlfriend living together, whatever, not living together, but cohabitating as you are, and she decides that she's going to tell the police because she's mad at you, or it could be reversed. The man is mad at the woman, whatever. Either way, if they say, yeah, we've been sleeping together, that cannot be evidence against you or her. Again, weird, strange law. Plenty of people in North Carolina are living together as married and not married, and they're breaking the law. So I think it's a strange, weird, dumb law. I've never seen anybody get charged with this. I don't see, well, I guess you could prove it. It's easily proved. I mean, I've been on plenty of domestics where I get there and it's boyfriend, girlfriend living together. And I could have charged them, for cohabitating, for fornication and adultery, for living together as husband and wife. This next one is a weird one. It's a long title, but it's basically opposite sex that want to occupy a hotel room or motel for immoral purposes, or they register as husband and wife at a hotel and they're not husband and wife at a hotel, is a Class 2 misdemeanor. So again, weird law. I guess you could get caught. Don't leave your shades open, blinds open if you're in a hotel motel room and you're engaging in immoral purposes. I'm assuming it means sex. And don't forget that if you have oral sex or anal sex, you also be charged with crimes against nature. So you're looking at a whole bunch of sex charges. You don't want that on you, so definitely close your blinds. Not saying engage in any illegal activity in North Carolina, but no, won't hurt me. So, but again, a strange law. I don't see why it matters if a man and opposite sex want to say they're married at a hotel and register as one, why it even matters. Why is that against the law? I don't see why two people would even do that anyway, because it's not like you're getting a discount on a hotel, unless you are, and I don't know about it. But in North Carolina, or any state for that matter, I believe that registered as married or not married really doesn't make a difference. If you enjoyed that video, please check out these other videos I have about North Carolina. And if you're thinking of moving to the area, please reach out to me. Love to help you. See you guys in the next video.